From the core of deep desires emerges the habit of murderous hatred. Contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. Always remember, no human condition is permanent, so you will never be overly happy when you are lucky, nor will you despise and disdain misfortune. A person is not wise until he overcomes his desires. An ignorant person is someone who stumbles on a stone twice. Nothing is difficult for young people. Happiness is pleasure without regret. We get closer to the truth only to the extent we move away from this world. Tell the truth even if you have to. Short-sightedness is what led humanity to kill its wise men. If you want something as much as you want air when you're submerged, you'll get it. He who can dispense with what is necessary is one of the strongest human beings. With thought, a person can make his world out of roses or thorns. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. By all means, marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss. Love is a beautiful disease, and it is foolish to refuse to have it. Poor man, he is torn between getting married or remaining single, and in both cases he regrets it. I was never at peace unless I was in my mother's lap. If I want to judge a person, I ask him how many books he has read and what he has read. Moral education is more important to a person than his bread and clothing. If the mean person needs humility, and draw near, and if he is self-sufficient, you become arrogant and arrogant. There are 6 that do not leave melancholy: the spiteful, the envious, the newly rich, the rich who fears poverty, the seeker of a rank who falls short of it, and the companion of people of good manners who is not one of them. My words don't have to be acceptable, they just have to be honest. If my guests are rational, then the table has enough for them, and if they are not rational, then the table has more than they deserve. The beginning of affection is good praise, and the beginning of hostility is bad praise. That is, a person thinks it is easier for him to count his sheep than his friends. God created for us 2 ears and 1 tongue, so that we can hear more than we say. My words don't have to be acceptable, they just have to be honest. Lack of religion, lack of politeness, lack of remorse when one makes a mistake, and lack of acceptance of reproach are diseases for which there is no cure. The comfort of the wise is in the presence of truth, and the comfort of the foolish is in the presence of falsehood. A rational person should address an ignorant person like a doctor addresses a patient. He who is stingy with himself is stingy with others. If you assume a command or position, keep evil people away from you, for all their faults are attributed to you. All human souls are immortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and blessed. An honest man is always a child.